Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace teach me, a born and raised atheist, all about the Bible. So Jace and Dedeker, how y'all doing today?
Oh, I'm good. This week, I finally reached the point where I had to tackle trimming my own bangs.
Good luck with that. As you can see, I'm just not doing that.
No, I feel very accomplished. I feel empowered. I feel good about it.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
Well done.
No, honestly, Jace is the one who usually trims my bangs, and now I think I just don't need him anymore.
Mine too. Oh, wow.
I know. I encouraged you, and now you don't need me anymore. Yeah, that'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. How are you doing, Jace?
Oh, I'm
Got
doing
your bottle of Bullet.
doing great. I got my
bourbon.
extra large size Bullet bourbon here, so I'm doing great.
Great.
Lovely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So what did we talk about last week? We talked about the greatest story in the Bible, David and Goliath.
That's the greatest story. Okay.
No, it's probably not. It just was a story that I definitely knew going into, or knew of at least, going into reading the Bible. But I was surprised. It lasted like a hot paragraph, like really quick.
It was. You know what's funny is remember like when we talked about this at the very beginning, Emily was like, I mean, I don't know anything. I know Noah, and like that was it. That was all that she could come up with of stories she knew from the Bible.
Well, I know about Jesus, and I know about David and Goliath, and I know about Noah, and I know about Adam and Eve.
But what was interesting to me was that for me at least, with David and Goliath, like if you didn't know the story, like you didn't know that he killed him with the sling, all that sort of stuff, I'm like, then why did you know the story at all? I thought like the whole point of the story is often told as this kind of like underdog story. And so it was interesting to me that was not your experience with it, but you were still familiar enough to know of it, but not like have any idea what happened in it.
Well, no, I mean, I knew that he killed him, but I don't know. It tended to go very quickly for me, and I didn't know how he killed him. I didn't know any of those small, minute details.
I thought that was such a key detail of the story was how he killed him.
Yeah. I just knew that he did.
Huh,
That's it.
Yeah.
So it was a fun time.
Yeah.
And now also last week, David also got married off.
Oh, yeah. Cool. And then there were foreskins, as there so often are.
And the Lord said, let there be foreskins. Actually, let there not be foreskins, more accurately, is what the Lord said. Right. So many, David got married off to Saul's daughter.
Foreskins over there with them, and we want more of them in a pile right here, is kind of what he was going for.
God.
Yeah, it's his favorite thing. I wonder why Saul is so like obsessed with the foreskin. I don't know. Because God is, I guess.
Well, we were under the impression that Saul is not doing great now, right? Mentally, he's upset, he's depressed, he knows he's ready to be replaced, all that sort of stuff. So, Yeah.
He's having those demons come. All right, well, we know that Jace is drinking. Oh, I was about to say Bullet again. Yes.
Yeah, you got it right. It's Bullet bourbon. But can I tell you about this drink that I invented this week? I'm sure many people have had this drink before, but I kind of
you invented it.
I discovered it somewhat accidentally, just like trying what I had, which is not a lot. I don't have a lot of options, but I picked up a couple different flavors of La Croix, the flavored sparkling water you all know about. And I mixed bourbon with the mango flavored one. And it's surprisingly good. It's like my new go-to if I want to have like a mildly flavored, not very sweet mixed drink. It's like weirdly good. I didn't think it would be at first, but it's actually pretty good. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
I'm not really into whiskey at all, but
then you probably won't like it. Yeah.
Adding like mango to whiskey does that make it better?
Yeah, I don't know.
I like whiskey. I like
easier
whiskey straight,
to drink.
so that's
Sounds
So
like
that's
something
debatable.
that like a tropical termite would be really into.
just like
What?
wood and mango together.
Yeah,
I see.
exactly.
Okay.
Like a termite on vacation. That's what you got to
Right.
call the drink. Termite on vacation.
Done.
Wow.
That's the drink. I'm drinking a termite
All
on
right.
vacation right now.
Tropical
Settled.
termite. There you go. What are you drinking, Dedeker?
Oh, I'm having just a very small Bloody Mary. That hard cider last time really threw me for a loop.
Yeah, I remember like after we
I
got
forgot
off
about
of
that.
after we finished the episode, you were writing us being like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta lie down. Oh, I'm having such a time."
I turned off my recording and I walked into the living room. I didn't even say anything. Alex started laughing at me. Like I didn't even have to say anything. I just walked into the room. He started cracking up at me, and then I had to like quickly just like guzzle down a bunch of greasy food, all the greasy food I could find in the house, and then like drink a bunch of water and like take a nap on the couch real quick so that I could actually be ready to freaking work.
He's like, "Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
later.
did you
That
have
was a
like
mistake.
half a drink? Whoa, Dedeker, whoa,
Basically.
whoa." Yeah.
So I'm not foregoing drinking today, but I just made a small Bloody Mary.
Just a
small one.
smidgen. Well,
smidge,
I'm
yeah.
having my leftover Cinco de Mayo enjoyments,
Oh, nice.
which is another margarita. You know, it's really fun, like juicing limes and making your own margarita mix as opposed to
like
buying
from
a pre-bought
scratch?
one. Oh yeah, like I never buy the pre-bought stuff. I just like throw a touch of agave in, a ton of limes, and then triple sec and tequila, and it's really good. I highly recommend it. So
That sounds really nice. Very refreshing.
Yeah.
Our listener, David, in the chat is saying that he can't drink alcohol because of medicine, but he has ice cream. But do we have any ideas of our favorite non-alcoholic drinks for faking it in public?
ooh, I mean, yeah, you could do, if you have ice cream, then just do like a float of some sort. Whatever
I don't know if we
fizzy
need
drink
to
you
incorporate
have.
the ice cream.
Does
but,
that? Yeah, I was going to ask. Does the ice cream need to be involved? Because that changes the question.
I
mean,
don't know.
that's true.
I'm a fan of just minimalism. I tend to go for just like a tonic water with some lime in it. So that's a good word
Wow.
for faking it in public. You know, that it looks like a drink, but it's not.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I also find if you get the right type of glass and put ice in it, pretty much anything you put in, it's going to look like a drink. So you're good. You know.
If you put a straw that's too tiny to actually drink out of in any drink, you're good to
You're
go.
done, yeah.
Like
Oh,
you could bring
definitely.
you could
It
bring a
looks
carton
like
of
a drink.
chocolate milk and put that little tiny red bar straw in it. You're good to go.
All
Okay.
right, so what are we talking about today?
Yeah, so today we're continuing on in 1 Samuel with books 19,
Just hit
20.
my tooth.
Oh no.
Jeez, Emily.
That's
careful.
the other hot tip there. If you're trying to trick people into thinking that you're drinking, is like knock your glass into your teeth and like do stupid things, and then they'll think, oh yeah, it's definitely alcohol in there.
I definitely just did that. Ow.
Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, today we are continuing on in 1 Samuel with 19, 20, and 21. Actually, 3 chapters today. So, as we get started, we want to remind everybody to read responsibly and drink responsibly.
You can drink along with us, or you can listen while you're in the car.
But please do not do both at the same time.
Oh, and it's me. And with that, 1 Samuel chapter 19. Saul spoke to Jonathan his son, and to all his servants, that they should kill David. But Jonathan, Saul's son, delighted much in David. Yep.
Yeah, oh, we know. We
Yeah.
know. They delay
Jonathan-
much in one another.
Yeah. Jonathan told David, saying, Saul, my father, seeks to kill you. Now, therefore, please take care of yourself in the morning and live in a secret place and hide yourself.
In my heart.
Live in a secret garden.
I'll hide you.
And I will go out and stand beside my father in the field where you are, and I will commune with my father of you, and if I see anything, I will tell you. So he's going to like be the lookout, I guess.
Cool.
Wow. Okay, great.
Jonathan spoke Jonathan spoke good of David to Saul, his father, and
we can read English.
and said to him, "Don't let the king sin against his servant, against David, because he has not sinned against you, and because his works have been very good toward you." He even didn't get mad when he threw a spear at him twice. No, okay. For he put his life in his hand and struck the Philistine, I guess Goliath.
Oh, okay.
And Yahweh worked a great victory for all Israel. You saw it and did rejoice. I did see you rejoicing.
It's true.
You liked it. You can't deny it.
Why then will you sin against innocent blood to kill David without a cause?
So David is the innocent blood?
Yes.
The innocent baby blood.
He did, because he didn't do no sins, and so you can't kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, get this. Saul listened to the voice of Jonathan, and Saul swore, "As Yahweh lives, he shall not be put to death."
Oh, all right.
Well,
End
done.
of story.
Problem
Great.
solved.
That was easy.
Ten- tension is gone. Love it.
Love
Perfect.
conquers all. Happy ending. This is great. Okay.
Love it.
Jonathan called David, and Jonathan shown him all those things. What are you
What
talking
things?
about? What things?
Like show
What
him.
did he
It's like,
show
here,
him?
I got my dad to sign a contract
Must
to
be,
Yahweh
yeah.
that says, "As he lives and breathes, he will not kill you."
Right. Yeah.
Or
must
is he
be.
talking about like his things?
His things.
His things.
And Jonathan shown him all those things. You guys need to
those
chill.
things.
You guys
The
need to
various
chill.
things that he has.
Jonathan, I'm moving on. Jonathan brought David to Saul, and he was in his presence as before. Oh, okay, great. All done. There was war again. And David went out and fought with the Philistines and killed them with a great slaughter, and they fled before him.
Dang, David is like a great fighter.
Or at least
He's
a great
really
leader.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good at beating those Philistines.
Right.
Is he still like 20 at this point?
He's got to be older if he's been married off and stuff.
Well, but he's probably still in his 20s, though, I would think. Maybe
Okay, so
early
he's still
20s
like
still?
young and hot at the
Yeah,
very least.
yeah.
Okay.
Still, have we cast our adult David yet?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
yeah.
Who-
It's Sebastian Stan.
Oh, right, the Winter
well,
Soldier.
we were
yeah,
talking about
okay.
Winter Soldier. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So we have to have someone who
All
looks like young Sebastian Stan and then find someone who looks like old Sebastian Stan.
Eventually, yeah, we've got some
I'm
time
assuming
before
there's
that.
going to be an old David.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. But we'll see. Okay. So then an evil spirit from Yahweh was on Saul, and he...
It's just like grabbing onto Saul's back and just like staying there like a backpack.
Yeah. As he sat in his house with his spear in his hand,
Uh-oh, we
And-
know where this is going to go.
Oh boy.
and David was playing with his hand. Again, assuming the harp.
Excuse me?
Assuming the harp.
Oh,
Wait, okay, hold on. All right, so hang on. Okay.
I always
So
forget about the harp. I feel like the harp is a
Just-
euphemism. Yes.
But just setting to the side all the euphemisms and just assuming he's playing the harp. It's like he's going out to battle, being this general or leader of armies, and then still coming back to play the harp
Yeah.
for
That's true.
Saul.
He
Good.
does so much.
Good
He is a
son-in-law.
Renaissance man.
He really is.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I wonder
so
if he still has sheep responsibilities.
no, he must have.
Just on
He
the
must have
side.
passed
I
that
think he's
off, yeah.
graduated past sheepies.
Yeah, he can hire people for the sheepies now, I think.
You're right.
Okay, so David was playing with his hand. Saul sought to strike David, even to the wall.
Again.
To the
Emma.
window.
Okay, there you go. With the spear. But he slipped away out of Saul's presence, and he struck the spear into the wall.
So this is the third time. This is the
I
third time.
wonder if this
Or
is the
this a
second
repeat of
time.
the same story?
And that's why the first story didn't make any sense. It was just like, and this is even going to happen again. This happened 2 times during his life. Maybe that's kind of what they were
okay,
setting
all
up
right.
here.
Oh, okay.
But so 2
So
or 3
Saul's kind of
times
going
now.
back on his word.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Well, he really wants to kill David, though. He's trying
He
not
gets
to.
those moods.
Or is
He
it the
gets
evil spirits
spirit.
that just, yeah.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
Okay. So, and David fled and escaped that night. Saul sent messengers to David's house to watch him and to kill him in the morning.
What? I thought that he said that he wasn't.
Now he's fully back on his
I don't know if
word
that
now.
counts as a messenger, really.
Right.
That sounds like an assassin.
It's like,
You're right.
we gotta send him a message. You know what I mean? I think that kind of
That's the message.
Okay. All right,
His
all
death.
right. Like, make an example out of him.
right. Okay, so they sent messengers to kill him in the morning, and Michal, David's wife, told him, saying, "If you don't save your life tonight, tomorrow you will be slain." So
It's like the Elton John song. Someone saved my life tonight.
yeah. Oh, well, famously, that song is about David and his wife, Michal.
Yeah.
Michal?
I've been
What
going
does
with
that
Michal.
It looks like Michael to me, but whatever.
All right. Okay, so Michal let David down through the window, and he went and fled and escaped.
Cool.
I almost said Michael. Michal took
Exactly.
the teraphim. She took the teraphim and laid it in the bed and put a pillow of goat's hair at the head of it and covered it with clothes.
Wait, what's a
Okay.
teraphim?
Like
and
a
wait a
little
minute, so
idol
she's
for
making
worshiping.
she's
The
making
idol.
like a fake
She's
David.
making a fake David.
She's making
Cool.
yeah.
The classic fake David, the classic fake guy in the bed. It's like Ferris
Oh my
Bueller's Day
goodness.
Off here.
It
I
totally
know.
is. Yeah.
That's
and she had a pulley
hilarious.
system so that it would raise its arm. Okay. And she had a tape recorder with snoring playing.
Exactly.
When Saul sent messengers to take David, she said, "He is sick." Saul sent the
You
messengers.
can't kill him. He's sick.
He's sick. That's the rules. No one would kill a sick person. Saul sent the messengers to see David, saying, "Bring him up to me in the bed that I may kill him." Okay, wait. So,
Okay, hold on.
Wait.
What is this? What is he on? What is going on? Like, okay, he's sick. You can't kill him. And then Saul's like, okay, he's sick. Well, very gently carry him up to me so that I can kill him in his
Why
bed.
can't Saul go down to him?
What is going on?
yeah. Okay. So also
Saul's out of his mind.
what's funny here though is that so Saul sent the messengers to kill him, right? They get there and Michal says he's sick. And then Saul sends his messengers back again, meaning that they were like, oh, okay, and went back. Right?
And then Saul's like, "No, you get back there."
Right. And you will carry him in his bed to me so that I can kill him. Wow. Okay. Bring him up to me in the bed that I may kill him. When the messengers came in, behold, the teraphim was in the bed with the pillow of goat's hair at the head of it. Saul said to Michal, "Why have you deceived me thus, and let my enemy go so that he has escaped?"
Oh,
Michal
so he
answered.
like saw through that. He saw through that ruse immediately. He was like, "That's not David."
Right. He's
That's
this
This
is not the
smells like
beautiful
a
thing.
goat.
Yeah.
David normally smells like a sheep.
So Michal answered Saul. He said to me, "Let me go. Why should I kill you?" Michal,
Who's speaking? Who's speaking for whom?
who? Yeah. I'm going to look this up in the message.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, we haven't done that yet, but
Okay.
we should.
Yeah, we lasted quite a while.
We did.
Yeah.
Made it to verse 17. Okay. Saul stormed at Michal. "How could you play tricks on me like this? You sided with my enemy, and now he's gotten away." Michal said, "He threatened me. He said, 'Help me out of here or I'll kill you.'"
I see.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. So back to the World English Bible. Michal answered Saul, "He said to me, 'Let me go. Why should I kill you?'" Like as a threat.
Okay.
It was confusing.
All right.
but-
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Very confusing. Okay.
See, I thought at first it was like her being super badass on behalf of David, kind of being like, he asked me to let him go. Like, why should he have to kill you? Because he's so badass that, like, he'd take
Right.
you out.
Yeah.
Okay. Now David fled and escaped and came to Samuel to Ramah and told him all that Saul had done to him. He's like, and then he threw a spear at me again?
It was awful.
He and Samuel went and lived in Naoth.
Oh, the end.
The end.
And they lived happily ever after.
It was told Saul, saying, behold, David is at Naoth in Ramah. Saul sent messengers to take David. And when they saw the company of the prophets prophesying, and Samuel standing as head over them, the Spirit of God came on the messengers of Saul, and they also prophesied.
Oh, my.
That's cool.
Meaning the spirits did?
No, the
No,
messengers,
the messengers did.
The spirits of God came on them, and they prophesied.
So Saul's messengers are among the prophets now.
Yeah, which is where that
That-
classic saying, aren't Saul's
Yes.
messengers among the prophets?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
When it was told Saul, he sent other messengers, and they also prophesied.
Sweet.
Dang.
Saul sent messengers again the third time, and they also prophesied.
It's like, I'm running out of messengers now.
It's not looking good for Saul.
Yeah. Then went he also to Ramah, and
Meaning
came
Saul?
to the Saul, yeah, and
You want
came
to
to
get
the
a job done.
and came to the great well that is in Siku, and he asked and said, "Where are Samuel and David?"
I'm going to kill
One-
both of them.
Yeah. One said, behold, they are at Naoth in Ramah. He went there to Naoth in Ramah, and the Spirit of God came on him also, and he went on and prophesied.
Oh, Saul.
I'm sorry. Like, what is God doing here? God is coming on them.
Emily. Yes.
Are you, see, I'm not
Are you
even going
being
there.
dirty?
No, I'm
I'm just saying phrasing. Okay.
phrasing. Yes, you love phrasing. Okay, so, what was it? And then he prophesied until he came to Naoth in Ramah. Maybe Emily was right. He also stripped off his clothes, and he also prophesied before Samuel, and lay down naked all that day and all that night.
All right, this is just going from, wow, okay.
Last
What did I
sentence,
say?
Last sentence. Therefore, they say, is Saul also among the prophets? There it is. It's come back around.
There it is. It's bookended. We've made a full circle.
Wow.
Okay, wow. Saul stripped down naked. Now that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's just an orgy at that point, but okay. Cool. Times.
We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I'm writing down Saul getting naked for our research notes for the bonus episode.
Like, is that necessary? Does he need to get naked? And he's naked for days.
Right.
For
That's
days.
true. For days, he's just naked. Just
Okay.
It's like
exposed to the elements.
he's a regular old Adam prancing
Trouncing?
around the garden.
Okay, here's my conspiracy theory here. What's actually going on at Naoth in Ramah is Burning Man, or something like
Cool.
it.
The
And
first
that
Burning
it's
Man.
the first Burning Man ever, and that all the messengers come in and get high from contact high, just from being around it all, or people passing them drugs. They start prophesying, I think is code for being high out of your mind. And then, so all the messengers keep going, and they're just partying instead. And Saul's like, what? I'll have to do it myself. And then he goes and then gets high, and then it's like, dude, this is awesome. And then he's rolling around naked for days. It's Burning Man. So
Cool. I can't
I
say
like
that
it.
I've ever been to a Burning Man, but
I
I'll
not,
take
but-
your word for it. All right. Well, with
it's
that,
your next, Em.
we're going to talk about 1 Samuel 20. 1 Samuel 20. The 1 Samuel, the chapter of 20. Cool. Okay. David fled from Naoth in Ramah and
It's
came
hard
and
to
said,
say, right?
Naoth. Oh, yeah, Naoth. That is, Naoth? Is that it? We're going to say that. Naoth in Ramah, and came and said, before Jonathan, what have I done? What is my iniquity? And what is my sin before your father that he seeks my life? Right? Because, yeah, he's playing his harp for him all the time. He's, being a good boy. But his dad hates him.
Also, apparently David has escaped from Burning Man now.
Yeah, I don't know. He was like, I'm not all about this life. So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He said to him, far from it, meaning Jonathan says this to David, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Far from it, you shall not die. Behold, my father does nothing either great or small, but that he discloses it to me. And why should my father hide this thing from me? It is not so. Oh, Jonathan, you sweet, sweet boy. Like, he definitely wants to kill him. Definitely.
But Jonathan is doing his best. He's doing his best to protect him.
I know he is. I know, but
to think that
his best
dad's
isn't
not...
good enough, Dedeker. It's not good enough.
Oof.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rough.
Yeah.
David swore, moreover, and said, your father knows well that I have found favor in your eyes. And he says, don't let Jonathan know this, lest he be grieved. But truly as Yahweh lives, and as your soul lives, there is but a step between me and death. Then Jonathan said,
nice. That was poetic. I liked that.
Yeah.
But David is making the point, is like, your dad knows that we're in cahoots. He's not going to tell you
your dad
everything.
knows that we're at least, we're hanging out.
We're bosom companions.
Yeah. It's a thing. Then Jonathan said to David, whatever your soul desires, I will even do it for you. Of course he does. David said to Jonathan, behold, tomorrow is the new moon, and I should not fail to sit with the king at meat. The king at meat? M-E-A-T. What?
Dinner.
M-E-A-T.
A meal.
Oh, at the meat time?
At meat.
I guess. At meat?
Like gather around the meat table
Jace,
for meat, kids. Like,
Jace, you're saying this like it's a thing. This isn't weird to your ears?
Somebody said at dinner, but like to the vegan, like I don't know what that means. So that's why I'm like at meat. Okay.
Well,
so
Emily, actually, if it helps at all, I feel like we talked about this a while back, but that the term meat was synonymous with a meal, but also meat didn't necessarily mean meat. That like you talk about like the meat of an apple, or like that it was sort of a generic term for food at different points in history. So possibly here it doesn't even mean meat. It probably does, but it could be not meat.
Okay. So all right, I should not fail to sit with the king at meat, but let me go that I may hide myself in the field to the third day at even. If your father miss me at all, then say, David earnestly asked leave of me that he might run to Bethlehem his city, for it is the yearly sacrifice there for all his family. If he say thus, it is well, your servant shall have peace. But if he be angry, then know that evil is determined by him. Therefore, deal kindly with your servant, for you have brought your servant into a covenant of Yahweh with you. But if there be in me iniquity, kill me yourself, for why should you bring me to your father?
That was I got a little lost
we're gonna
there.
have to, I need a refresher on what exactly this plan is. David's gonna go hide in a field,
and then
Jonathan's gonna for 3 days. Jonathan's gonna, if Saul says anything about it, Jonathan's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, David's in Bethlehem." And then are they trying to set a trap of some kind?
Yeah, I'm confused what happens after that.
I kind of stopped listening after Bethlehem.
So he's saying that he's going to Bethlehem for a yearly sacrifice, and then if, I guess, Saul says that that's fine, then we're good. But if he says, I'm angry, then we're not good. And so it says, therefore deal kindly with your servant, that you have brought your servant into a covenant of Yahweh with you. But if there be in me iniquity, kill me yourself, for why should you bring me to your father? No idea what that means. Not a clue.
Let me read from the message here, actually. I think this might make sense. Also, this dialogue is just wild. Okay. So, if your father misses me, say, David asked if he could run down to Bethlehem, his hometown, for an anniversary reunion and worship with his family. If he says...
An anniversary reunion? What?
You know,
like a little 10-year thing. No probs.
Yeah. It's his 10-year high school reunion. Just let him have this. Okay. If he says, good, then I'm safe. But if he gets angry, you'll know for sure that he's made up his mind to kill me. Oh, stick with me in this. You've entered into a covenant of God with me, remember? If I'm in the wrong, go ahead and kill me yourself. Why bother giving me up to your father?
Is David kind of threatening Jonathan?
It does seem
like
unneeded.
That feels like a little bit like, hey, you promised me that you would help protect me, so don't you start getting cold feet now, Johnny boy.
Jonathan loves him. He's not going to do anything.
I know, like,
hopefully. I'm assuming.
David's being super demanding and like vaguely threatening, and Jonathan's like, yeah, I'll do anything for you.
Well, he loves him.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, it's sad because I feel like David is kind of taking advantage of Jonathan in a way.
Yeah.
I guess this is his life that he's worried about. So, okay. All right. Jonathan said, "Far be it from you, for if I should know at all that evil were determined by my father to come on you, then wouldn't I tell you that?" Then David said to Jonathan, "Who shall tell me if perchance your father answers you roughly?" Jonathan said to David, "Come, and let us go into the field." They went out, both of them, into the field.
Okay.
Jonathan said, they're like, okay, come on. Jonathan said to David, "Yahweh, the God of Israel, be witness. When I have sounded my father about this time tomorrow, or the third day."
Looks at his sundial watch.
Exactly.
About this time tomorrow.
"Or the third day, behold, if there be good toward David, shall I not then send to you and disclose it to you?" So he's going to like yell into the sky, "Hey, God, we good, man. We good."
Right. Okay.
What? Okay. Yahweh, do so to Jonathan, and more also, should it please my father to do you evil, if I don't disclose it to you and send you away, that you may go in peace, and Yahweh be with you, as he has been with my father. You shall not only while yet I live, show me the loving kindness of Yahweh, that I not die, but you shall not, you also but also you shall not cut off your kindness from my house forever. No, not when Yahweh has cut off the enemies of David, everyone from the surface of the earth."
That was quite a monologue.
It says, "So Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David, saying, Yahweh will require it at the hand of David's enemies." Jonathan caused David to swear again for the love that he had to him, for he loved him as he loved his own soul. I bet he did.
So they've done, this is like what's that called when you refresh
Consummating?
your vows? No, when you refresh your vows, like a renewal ceremony.
Renewing your vows.
Renewing your vows. That's the one. Thank you.
What is this? Okay, someone said that NIV says, "And Jonathan had David reaffirm his oath out of love for him, because he loved him as he loved himself." Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a nice romantic anniversary renewal of vows.
Yeah. Love it. I mean, they've been together a long time, so I guess
I don't know,
as well renew their vows.
Maybe this is me being incredibly cynical, but anytime I hear that someone I know is renewing their vows, I'm like, who was the one that cheated? I want to know.
Wow,
Jennifer. That's literally that. That's me being super cynical, and I think it's based on also my line of work.
Okay, but all right. Well, but it's like, I get it in this situation though, because it's like, well, your father tried to kill me. We need to like fix stuff with us, so let's renew our vows to like really solidify that we're on the same team. I really want to make sure.
Exactly. I really want to make sure that you still love me and that you're not going to go behind my back and like actually kill me like your father wants.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it.
Okay. All right.
I like these two though. They're very sweet. Even though David is a little bit shitty for not trusting Jonathan, but I guess I get it.
To be fair, it's probably so far the most gentle, compassionate, romantic relationship we've seen in the Bible so far. We haven't seen this between.
So hard to think of an exception, but yeah, you're right.
Any like men and their wives. We've never seen this. We've never seen any of this level of like discourse and verbal expressions of love and commitment and things like that.
No.
Yeah, the only other one that comes to mind is Ruth and her mother-in-law, but that one wasn't a romantic relationship like this one. So yeah.
Right.
Well,
or at least supposedly.
Even with Ruth and Boaz, it wasn't even that romantic. Boaz was just like,
romantic
all right, I'll take her.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these guys have been through stuff together too, but still stuck together.
They have a history.
You know? It's great.
Yeah. Then Jonathan said to him, "Tomorrow is the new moon, and you will be missed, because your seat will be empty. When you have stayed 3 days, I know, you shall go down quickly and come to the place where you did hide yourself with the business, when the business was in hand, and shall remain by the stone Ezel.
Okay.
When the business...
It's a weird way to say that.
It was. I will shoot 3 arrows on the side of it as though I shot at a mark. The side of what? The stone?
Yeah. Like he's like, I'm going to shoot at it 3 times like I'm doing target practice. And that's your signal.
That's your, okay.
That's your cue?
Yeah.
Okay. Behold, I will send the boy saying, go find the arrows. If I tell the boy, behold, the arrows are on the side of you, take them and come. For there is peace to you and no hurt, as Yahweh lives.
I'm trying to understand the secret code. So he says, if I tell the servant boy they're on the side of you, is that? Yeah. You're the one reading. You're the one with the text in front of you.
Can we get the other piece of the code?
Okay. But if I say thus to the boy, behold, the arrows are beyond you. Go your way. Go your own way. For Yahweh has sent you away. As touching the matter which you and I have spoken of, behold, Yahweh is between you and me forever.
Okay, so he's saying, after this is over, I'll shoot 3 arrows at the rock. Not the rock, but at this boulder, at this stone, yeah. I'm going to shoot 3 arrows, and then when my squire, who's someone in chat, is like, is this the Vin Diesel armor bearer? The young Vin Diesel armor bearer?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
When he goes to get the arrows, if I tell him they're next to you, get them, that means it's all okay, you can come back. But if I say they're past you, that's your signal that you got to get out of town because Dad's going to kill you.
So, okay. David, listen to me, David. Okay, this is a matter of life and death. This is very important. My dad may kill you, may not. I need to communicate this to you. Let me give you a very convoluted code that involves lots of different steps, lots of telephone games involving multiple people.
Other people, yeah.
You know, great.
It's clear as mud. Yeah, okay. So, okay.
But then no matter what, we love each other. Let's remember that. Yahweh's
that's the important part.
But we love each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so David hid himself in the field, and when the new moon was come, the king sat him down to eat food. The king sat on his seat as at other times, even on the seat by the wall. And Jonathan stood up, and Abner sat by Saul's side, but David's place was empty. Nevertheless, Saul didn't say anything that day, for he thought, something has befallen on him. He's not clean. Surely he is not clean.
Who? Oh, David? Like, it's all like...
He just didn't show up because he touched a dead bird or something, and now he has to wait till tomorrow to be clean.
Yeah. Totally. It happened on the next day after the new moon, which was the second day, that David's place was empty. And Saul said to Jonathan, his son, why doesn't the son of Jesse come to meet? Neither yesterday nor today? Jonathan answered Saul, David earnestly asked leave of me to go to Bethlehem. And he said, please let me go, for our family has a sacrifice in the city, and my brother, he has commanded me to be there. And now I have found favor in your eyes. Let me get away, I pray you, and see my brothers. Therefore he has not come to the king's table. Then Saul's anger was kindled against Jonathan, and he said to him, you son of a perverse, rebellious woman, didn't I know that you have chosen the son of Jesse to your own shame and to the shame of your mother's nakedness?
Oh, okay. Whoa. There was a lot in that verse. There was a lot in that verse. Okay.
Whoa.
So
you're going to message that, right?
The message says, Saul exploded in anger at Jonathan. You son of a slut. Don't you think I know that you're in cahoots with the son of Jesse, disgracing both you and your mother?
Oof.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Yeah. This is
you and your mother, but this is your mother's nakedness.
Well, hang on. Right. It is ironic that in the same breath, basically, he insults Jonathan's mother, but then is also like, you're disgracing your mother.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
And then he's still talking, I think, here.
Yeah, for as long as the son of Jesse lives on this earth, you shall not be established, nor your kingdom. Therefore now send and bring him to me, for he shall surely die. Damn.
Uh-oh.
So he's like kicking Jonathan out of the kingdom then, being like, you bring him to me, or like, I'm disowning you. You're out.
Yeah, so okay. I just want to like pause momentarily and talk about the fact that I for a while was like, Saul's fine. Like, he's not like a problem. Like, he's whatever. And he's not, apparently. So he's a bad
Ren
man.
is coming out. The Kylo Ren is coming out.
Yeah.
It's all Kylo Ren, no Ben Kenobi. Yikes. Okay. Adam Driver's freaking.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Jonathan answered Saul, his father, and said to him, why should he be put to death? What has he done? Saul cast a spear at him to strike him.
It's his favorite move.
Jeez, whereby Jonathan knew that it was determined of his father to put David to death.
And also himself.
I'm just imagining, does Saul have spears in literally every room of his house?
He does. They're
ready
just like next to him.
At a moment's notice,
all
just
times.
ka-chow.
Yeah, it must
I guess
be.
so.
Yeah. That's his
yikes.
weapon of choice, so he's always got one around. Yeah.
Wow. So Jonathan arose from the table in fierce anger and ate no food the second day of the month. For he was grieved for David because his father had done him shame. It happened in the morning that Jonathan went out into the field at the time appointed with David, and a little boy with him. I guess like the boy who's going to talk to him about the shooting, the arrows and stuff.
Oh yeah, the servant boy. Okay, got it.
He said to his boy, run, find now the arrows which I shoot. As the boy ran, he shot an arrow beyond him. When the boy was come to the place of the arrow which Jonathan had shot, Jonathan cried after the boy and said, isn't the arrow beyond you?
That's the signal.
That's the signal, yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Jonathan cried after the boy, go fast, hurry, don't delay. Jonathan's boy gathered up arrows and came to his master. But the boy didn't know anything. Only Jonathan and David knew the matter.
That was, I think, the intention of this secret plan. Like, what? Okay.
Yeah, Jonathan gave his weapons to his boy and said to him, go, carry them to the city. As soon as the boy was gone, David and Jonathan made out. Now, David arose out of a place toward the south and fell on his face to the ground and bowed himself 3 times, and they kissed one another and wept with one another until David exceeded.
You called it.
So they made out.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's one more.
You're almost to the end, yeah.
Jonathan said to David, go in peace, because we have sworn both of us in the name of Yahweh, saying, Yahweh shall be between me and you, between my seed and your seed, forever. He arose and departed, and Jonathan went into the city. That was sexual.
Wow, can I read you the message version of it? It's actually kind of beautiful. I kind of love this.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, well, I mean, just the whole scene. So he did the thing, and the boy, of course, knew nothing of what was going on. Only Jonathan and David knew. Jonathan gave his quiver and bow to the boy and sent him back to town. After the servant was gone, David got up from his hiding place beside the boulder and fell on his face to the ground, 3 times prostrating himself. Then they kissed one another and wept, friend over friend, David weeping especially hard.
Oh, geez.
I know, right? Jonathan said, go in peace. The 2 of us have vowed friendship in God's name, saying, God will be the bond between me and you, between my children and your children forever.
Oh,
just like, it's a very touching little, like they have to be separated, and that's sad, you know?
Yeah, that is sad.
Yeah. But they made out, so yay.
All right, we ready for this last?
Yeah.
Yes.
This was a little bit of a showdy, so here we go.
Okay.
Enjoy.
1 Samuel 21. Then came David to Nob, to Ahimelech, the priest, and Ahimelech came to meet David trembling and said to him, why are you alone and no man with you?
David's like, I don't need no one.
I heard you had a boyfriend. Like, what are you doing here by yourself?
David said to Ahimelech the priest, "The king has commanded me a business."
Okay.
David's really bad at lying. He's like, the king commanded me a business.
He did. He wants me to do something. Yikes.
The king has commanded me a business and has said to me, "Let no man know anything of the business about which I send you and what I have commanded you. And I have appointed the young men to such and such a place." David is
To such and such a place.
He's a really bad liar.
Does this actually say such and such a place?
It literally says such and such a place.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Therefore, what is under your hand? Give me 5 loaves of bread in my hand, or whatever is there is present.
Do you have 5 loaves of bread on you? Yeah, whatever you got.
David's
We're good.
really
We're good.
scrambling here. He's really trying to just like do the art of distraction, you know?
Right. It's okay. Keep reading, and then I want to read the Message version
Okay.
of this.
All right. The priest answered David and said, "There is no common bread under my hand, but there is holy bread, if only the young men have kept themselves from women."
And he's like, I've only been with men, so we're good.
So we're good.
Yeah, no problem.
Are you going to read the message?
Yeah. So this is David trying to lie. The king sent me on a mission and gave strict orders. This is top secret. Not a word of this to a soul. I've arranged to meet up with my men in a certain place. Now, what's here to eat? Do you have 5 loaves of bread?
That's so specific.
Exactly 5.
Give me whatever you can scrounge up. I don't have any regular bread on hand, said the priest. I only have holy bread. If your men have not slept with women recently, it's yours. David said, I'm going to go ahead a little bit. David said, none of us has touched a woman. Anyway, that's
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the version in the World English Bible. David answered the priest and said to him, "Of a truth, women have been kept from us about these 3 days. When I came out, the vessels of the young men were holy, though it was but a common journey. How much more then today shall their vessels be holy?" Can the message clarify that anymore about vessels being holy?
I also realized I stopped right before it got good.
Yeah, I was going to say, this sounds like it'd be good.
Please.
So David said, in response to, if none of your men have slept with women recently, it's yours. David said, none of us has touched a woman. I always do it this way when I'm on a mission. My men abstain from sex. Even when it's an ordinary mission, we do that. How much more on this holy mission?
What?
He's like really reaching, trying to figure this
Oh
out.
my gosh. Jeez.
Oh, this is pure comedy. Okay.
Yeah, comedy gold.
This is farcical, yeah.
So the priest gave him holy bread, for there was no bread there but the showbread that was taken from before Yahweh to put
The
hot
showbread?
The showbread.
Well, we've encountered the showbread before. This showed up like in the Torah, like in Exodus and Leviticus. There was the showbread, was the bread that's laid out
The showbread
on the
Okay,
altar.
got
That's the
it.
showbread. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the best looking bread for show.
Okay, so for there was no bread there but the showbread that was taken from before Yahweh to put hot bread in the day when it was taken away. God. This
That makes
translation
a
of the Bible.
load of sense.
Good
A load
Lord.
of sense.
You know what? The message doesn't make any more sense. That's what's weird. It says, so the priest gave them the holy bread. It was the only bread he had. Bread of the presence that had been removed from God's presence and replaced by fresh bread at the same time.
So,
Nope.
I think
not
this had
an
been
idea.
the previous day's showbread that they like Indiana Jones style swap it out real
swapped
quick on the
real quick.
altar
Okay.
each day.
All right.
I
Okay.
guess.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
like-
it's day old bread. It's like that
day-old
bread
donuts,
that they
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They sell it,
Okay,
at
okay.
a discounted price.
Yeah.
So
Right,
he's like,
right.
yeah, whatever, man. You can take this. I don't care. We're
Now,
gonna throw it out.
a certain man of the servants of Saul was there that day, detained before Yahweh,
No.
and his name was Doeg the Edomite. This is
Doge?
D-O-D. It could be Doge. It's D-O-E-G.
Doge.
I like Doge.
the Edomite.
Okay,
this
he's
is going to be
Doge.
played by
Sweet.
Sheba.
By a Sheba, yes.
By a Doge.
Yeah.
His name was Doge the Edomite, the best of the herdsmen who belonged to Saul. He was a herdsman also. He was a herding dog.
Perfect.
Yeah.
He's a little
So he's like,
herding
I
Sheba.
saw you at the Shepherd Conference last year.
Yeah, it was awesome.
David said to Ahimelech, "Isn't there here under your hand spear or sword? For I have neither brought my sword nor my weapons with me, because the king's business required haste."
Wow.
Wow.
The priest said, "The sword of Goliath the Philistine, whom you killed in the valley of Elah, behold, it is here, wrapped in a cloth behind the ephod. If you will take that, take it, for there is no other except that here." David said,
Wait, why
"There's
is
none
it
li-"
there?
I don't know. It just happened to end up there, I guess.
Yeah. I guess it's like a relic of some sort, or like
Yeah.
a victory trophy that
Yeah.
they put there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
David said, "There's none like that. Give it me." David arose.
Ain't no
me.
sword like that. Give it me.
Give it me and your 5 days of day, or your 5 loaves of day-old showbread, and we'll be good.
Right.
David arose and fled that day for fear of Saul, and went to Achish, the king of Gath. The servants of Achish said to him, "Isn't this David, the king of the land? Didn't they sing one to another about him in dances, saying, 'Saul has slain his thousands, David his 10,000s'?"
I remember that
old
song.
tune.
Yeah.
Oh. No wonder
David-
Saul wants to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That song was so catchy, people are still singing it.
I
David
know.
laid up these words in his heart and was very afraid of Achish, the king of Gath. Okay, so David's like, "Oh, shoot, they know who I am here. I can't be anonymous
You're a
necessarily."
celebrity, dude. Like, what are you?
Yeah, I
whatever.
know.
Okay.
Only so much he can do.
He's
He
like,
changed.
I'll just blend in.
Oh, well, actually, he's kind of taking the opposite approach, Emily. He changed his behavior before them and feigned himself mad in their hands and scrabbled on the doors of the gate and let his spittle fall down on his beard.
He played Scrabble?
No, spittle. Spittle.
He played
Scrabbled
Spittle?
on the doors.
Okay.
He played Scrabble on the doors, which is a weird thing to
Oh,
do.
he scrabbled on the doors.
and he was drooling on his beard and like
Cool.
frothing at the mouth.
Frothing at the mouth, yes.
Jeez.
Okay.
Then said Achish to his servants, "Look, you see the man is mad. Why then have you brought him to me? Do I lack madmen that you have brought this fellow to play the madman in my presence? Shall this fellow come into my house?" That's the end of the chapter.
Do I lack madmen? Do I not have
good.
enough madmen already that you need
Y'all
to
are
bring
mad. I don't need more of you.
And that's it.
That's it.
Was exciting.
That's all we got for today.
Wow, that was an exciting. This whole situation's been touching.
It's
Been
a fun
exciting.
time.
It's all
It's been
around.
very
I'm into
cinematic.
it.
Very cinematic. I've been into it.
Definitely. We've had a chance for a touching love story. We've had David being a horrible liar.
Yeah, David's real bad. David's
Lots
real
of
bad.
spear throwing.
And his choice is like, okay, I gotta choose. I gotta pretend like I'm crazy. That's what's gonna get me out of this.
Yeah.
So
The
I
thought
just
process there.
I have to ask, like, does it escalate? Because, okay, I feel like Judges was super action packed, but I feel like this is super action packed. And is it just going to continue escalating up? Like,
You mean in the whole Bible, or you just
Yeah.
mean in 1 Samuel?
In the whole Bible? Is it just going to keep like getting more and more fun until we
No.
reach Job?
Definitely
Okay,
not.
No,
It's definitely not
there's-
gonna keep getting more and more fun.
No.
dang. So we
Yeah.
should revel in it while we have the chance, is what you're
Exactly.
saying.
That's the lesson.
Okay.
It's about impermanence. That the Bible being fun only lasts so long. There's gonna be boring stuff later.
Emily, what do you
Okay.
think is gonna happen? What's gonna happen from here with David's story?
I don't think that he's going to last long in this place that he's currently in because he's acting like a madman.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Yeah.
going to have to go to another place and like have more adventures, and then eventually he's going to become king and we're going to be good. Sweet. Why is this book called Samuel? It should be called David.
It's just that it all takes place during Samuel being the head priest guy, I think.
Okay,
Supposedly being the one writing this stuff down and chronicling this stuff.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
cool. Well,
But
I'm looking
really,
forward to it.
Yeah, I think David's kind of the hero of the Samuel books, though.
Totally.
So,
Totally.
It's like, why is Game of Thrones called A Song of Ice and Fire, right? Titles.
Because of
Am I
Daenerys and what's his butt. Yeah.
Look,
Sweet.
that one's obvious. What are you talking about?
Clearly. Alrighty. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens next time. So we wanted to promote drunkbiblestudy.com/live if you want to get a hold of us on these live episodes, which we know that you do. It's a fun time. We want more of you to come to these. We really enjoy seeing what y'all have to say in the chat. And yeah, it's a blast. So come join us, drunkbiblestudy.com/live. So thank you all for joining us for Bible study today. If you want even more Drunk Bible Study, including ad-free episodes, early releases, personal toasts on the show, and more, become one of our patrons at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy. If you enjoy the show, take a minute to subscribe and then write us a nice review on iTunes or Stitcher, letting other people know what you like about it. You can also join fellow listeners in the Drunk Bible Study Fans and Fellowship Facebook group, and then find us on Twitter at Drunk Bible Cast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or send us an email to info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Jace Lindgren, Dedeker Winston, and me, Emily Matlack. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.
I made a memory about your day.